I just got back from Southeast Game Exchange. As you can see with the merchandise surrounding me. If you can't tell, the theme for Southeast Game Exchange this year is Donkey Kong theme. I will add that I was very excited because any opportunity to pull out my 3DS and see Street Pass? Come on, Street Pass was fun. I am thrilled. 10 is amazing in 2025. Street Pass aside, I had a great time at SEGE, and there were plenty of vendors. It was very large. My husband and I purchased VIP tickets, which gets you into the venue 1 hour before general admission, so that's always a really great perk. In addition, with VIP, you receive a screen-printed t-shirt, a canvas bag, and inside there are goodies. So here's the pass itself, Donkey Kong themed. Got some details on the back. I also received a third-party Switch dock. I think that there are various accessories that are given in these bags. And one of my favorites, the Donkey Kong themed koozie. Perfect in every way. Oh, and this is this collectible pin that I instantly put on my purse. I absolutely love it. You also got some flyers for the partnered stores included in the bag. There was also this headband, which, I'm gonna try on just for you. But yeah, lots of little items given throughout, and lots of swag. And on top of it all, the event guide was also branded and very cute. And here's a little map of the vendors. How about we get into that haul? First up, we have Super Mario Advance for the GBA. They were asking quite a lot for this one, but we were able to get a bit of a bundle deal with the vendor. Now, this copy of Super Mario Advance, it contains 2 games. It contains a port of Super Mario 2, as well as the original Mario Brothers on this cartridge. To continue in sequence, we also have Super Mario Advance 2. This one contains a port of Super Mario World, as well as OG Mario Brothers again, on the same cart. Next, we have Super Mario Advance 3, which includes Yoshi's Island. Interesting deviation from this one and the other 2 is that Yoshi's Island is so primarily outlined in the title. I'll add that this cartridge also contains the original Mario Brothers too. Now this cart, it did not work initially, but thankfully with the classic method of cleaning this, it worked just fine. And here we have Mario Kart Super Circuit for the GBA as well. Lots of Mario pickups this time. And here we have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, with 4 swords on the cartridge as well. This is a really nice box. I'm excited to have this as part of the Zelda collection. The next GBA pickup, F-Zero Maximum Velocity. Now, I don't have much experience with this series, but I did boot it up and play for a little while and thought it was a pretty fun racer. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm a new fan of this series. I love it. My husband got me into Ghouls and Ghosts. I found it incredibly challenging, and I've only beaten it with save states, but I absolutely am glad to have this as part of my new collection. I'm actually having a hard time getting it out of the box. Sometimes those protective covers can get a little tricky. But it looks really clean. Great pickup. Okay, now it's time to shake things up a little bit. This is Super Tennis for the Sega Master System, and it is one of the Sega Master System cards. I did not have one of these at release, but this is really neat. However, the sleeve that the card was in did not age well. There was something a little sticky on it. For the PSP, we have Ape Escape on the Loose, which is a remake of the original Ape Escape game for the PS1. There's updated graphics and controls with this one. Another PSP pickup is Lunar, Silver Star Harmony. I have never played Lunar, so let me know what I'm missing. This appears to be a definitive way to play the PS1 version. Now, this is an interesting purchase. For the DS, I picked up Phantasy Star Zero in a reproduction case. I was well aware that this was a repro case. I just wanted to try out this game. Here is my favorite pickup from the weekend, Phantasy Star 2, which includes a map. I recently played the first Phantasy Star game, and I can tell you that it is very difficult without these maps. So I'm really glad that this copy of Phantasy Star 2 has one. It even says that it's going to be very difficult without a guide. We also have a hint book that came with the game. From what I can tell, this doesn't just have hints, but it is a full-on guide, and I am looking forward to using this as part of my Phantasy Star 2 playthrough. And with Phantasy Star 3 for the Sega Genesis, this completes my collection for the original Phantasy Star series. Here is where things get a little niche. For the Wonder Swan color, I picked up a copy of Inuyasha Kagome no Sengoku Yume. I do not speak Japanese, nor can I read it, but I do like Inuyasha, and I have a Wonder Swan, and I couldn't help but pick this one up. Something I really like about the Wonder Swan cartridges are the exposed pins. It just looks so, I don't know, rough all around the edges. I love it. If you know what this game is about, please leave something in the comments. Here we have Maximo, Ghosts to Glory, the PS2 guide. I still need to collect the copy of this game itself. This is part of the Ghouls and Ghosts series, and I've never played this, but I love the PS2 and I love Ghouls and Ghosts, so it's right up my alley. Castlevania, the unauthorized guide for Symphony of the Night for PlayStation 1. I find it interesting that Prima guides used to mention unauthorized on them, especially considering how mainstream they eventually became in the video game guide world. Here I picked up a Japanese book, and this is Miniature Final Fantasy. This artist made this gorgeous work featuring Final Fantasy pivotal moments in interesting places, like on this pizza there's Cloud and Sephiroth having their big duel. Also, one of my favorite scenes from Final Fantasy X with Tidus and Yuna on a CD. Very, very cute. Lastly, we have Pokemon Blue on a keychain. Pokemon Blue is
my first Pokemon game that I played, and I would love to have a boxed copy of this one day. For now, I really was enamored with this keychain.
And that is the haul. If you made it this far, let me know by leaving a comment and tell me whether you went to SEGE or if you got a good pickup recently. I am Starling, and thank you very much for joining me.